Recording in progress.
Welcome to this chair yoga class. Please find a sturdy chair and we'll get started. We're going to start by sitting in seated mountain pose. The ears are over the shoulders, over the hips. The legs are parallel and the feet are parallel, flat on the floor. And if you need to use the back of the chair to sit against, that's okay. And if you don't need to use the back of the chair, that will give you a little more core strength. And imagine a string is pulling you up through the top of your head. That's not your chin. Back of the neck is long. And we're pressing the feet into the earth to engage the legs. And close your eyes or look downcast. Take a few slow, deep breaths. And notice what your body is showing up like this morning. Notice where your mind is this morning. Is it racing or is it relaxed and quiet? And notice the breath. Is it smooth or ragged? Shallow or deep? Notice what feelings are present this morning. And notice a deep silence beneath all of this activity. Allow an intention to form out of that deep silence. Something you'd like to experience today, or someone or something you'd like to dedicate your practice to. Taking one more deep breath, bring your eyes back into the room if you like, and let the chin get heavy, and let the chin get light. Stretching the neck. Bring some movement into the joints. Stretching the muscles. Coming back to neutral, let's look over one shoulder. And look over the other way. Eyes are soft, just taking in whatever is in front of you. Perhaps with each rotation, you go a little bit further. And come back to center. Inhale, tall, shoulders relax, and let your ear reach to your shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, let your ear reach the other way. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. One more time, let's inhale up and exhale over. If you'd like a little more stretch, just let your opposite hand just hang. The weight of your arm increasing the stretch in the side of your neck. Inhale up and exhale the other way. And let that other arm hang. Deep breaths into the open spots. Any tension you feel, exhale it away. And back to center. Take a breath, relax, and let's do some shoulder circles. Maybe you hear some cracking and creaking and crunching. I always do. So we're working out the arthritis barnacles and bringing fluid and motion into our joints. Let's stop and go the other way. We're going to reach the arms out. We're going to do a sway envelope. We're going to reach as if we're reaching over a table, just sliding over to one side, coming back to center and sliding over the other way. Inhale back to center. Take your time. And back and rest. We're going to do a little tapping today. We're going to bring some energy into our arms. So we're going to start by tapping on the shoulder, making a nice cupped hand, and then just tapping with the palm of your hand and the fingers. That cupped hand tapping down the top of the arm. Turn the palm up and tap back up the inside of the arm. Back up to the shoulder, tapping down the outside of the arm with a nice cupped hand. Love taps, not to hurt yourself. Tapping that shoulder, coming down the arm. Turning the palm up and tapping up the arm. We'll do one last one. Bringing blood into the arm, improving your circulation. And stop for a moment and feel how alive and tingling you are. Bringing prana, life energy into that arm. And then we'll start on the other shoulder. A nice cupped hand, just giving a tap down the arm. Turning the palm up and tapping up inside of the arm. Tapping the shoulder. Moving down the outside of the arm. Tapping the fingertips. Do two more. Last one. And notice the energy, the prana in your arms and hands. Okay, you might want to scoot forward on your chair for this one. We're going to do some cat and dog. So we're holding onto the knees and we're going to rock back on the sitting bones, trying to touch the back of the chair with our waist. Our hands are anchoring so that our shoulders stay over our hip creases. So we're getting the whole back of the body to stretch. And then we're rocking forward on the sitting bones, pressing the shoulder blades down the back and lifting the heart. I'm going to give you a side view. Rocking back. Letting the head relax forward. And then rocking forward, lifting the heart, not crunching the back of the neck, keeping some space there. Rounding the whole back by rocking back on your sitting bones so the pelvis gets a tip. It's not just a forward fold. And then lifting the heart, feeling a little bit of a contraction in your back. And one more. And coming back to stillness, noticing how you feel. And we'll come into a spinal twist. So we'll bring the legs together. Take one hand, bring it across to the opposite leg, and then use the chair holding on someplace to twist your body, looking over your shoulder with a soft gaze. And then slowly come back to center. Inhale tall, bring your arm across your legs, hold on to the chair and twist. Inhale back, take a breath, we'll do one more set, bring the arm across. And if you don't need to hold on, you can bring one arm over the back of the chair, and the other arm over your legs. Bring the hands back down. And we'll go the other way, using the hands first to help you twist. And then if you don't need the hands, one hand over the back of the chair, the other one over your legs. And back to center. And notice how you feel. I like to bring my hands under my legs for the next one. I'm going to pick up the heels and pick up the toes. Picking up the heels and picking up the toes. And if that's too easy, you can do it this way, point and flex. Sitting up tall, shoulders relaxed, lower belly in and up for support. Deep breaths, awareness in the ankles. Where energy, tension goes, energy flows. And down. Take a breath, feel the energy in your ankles. And again, you can circle the ankles on the floor or pick the feet up and circle in the air. It's your practice. If the legs are lifted, you can draw your lower belly in and up as well, helping to make this an abdominal practice also. And circle back the other way. And down. And then again, you can tap a foot forward. And then tap the other foot forward, or you can swing both legs. And take your hands out, take a breath. Nice open or closed as you check in with yourself how you're feeling now. Okay, we're going to take that tap forward and back and turn it into a brain game. So make sure you have plenty of room behind you. We're going to tap that foot forward and tap it back. Okay, so everybody's got that, right? Let's use the right foot if you like, using me as your mirror image. We're going to bring the right foot forward. We're going to bring the left arm back. And then we're going to switch. So when the foot comes forward, the hand goes back. All right. Take a breath. We'll do the other side. So we're tapping forward and back. We got that pattern, right? Foot forward, arm back. When the foot comes back, the arm comes forward. So this is really good for your gait. When you're walking, you want to have that opposition happening. Good for your balance. All right, come back to center. Notice how you feel. Deep breath in and out. Let's start with the first foot again. So we're tapping that foot forward, bringing the opposite arm back. Now, I'm going to add to this. When the foot comes back and the arm comes forward, the head goes back over your shoulder. Only if you don't get dizzy, bringing the head forward with the foot. It goes back over your shoulder as the arm comes forward. So again, the way I practice is I keep building on something that we've done, and you can do an earlier variation. You don't have to do the most complicated variation. That's why we have choices. One more. And back to center. I hope you're feeling smarter already. And we'll do the other side. So bring the foot out, the hand and back. Now when the foot goes back, the head can turn over your shoulder and come forward. And one more. And back to center. And let the body savor what we've just done. We're going to do some half salutes into chair pose. So a half salute involves a forward fold. So if you don't want to do the forward fold, you're going to inhale the arms up and bring your hands to your heart. Otherwise, we're going to inhale out and do a forward fold. From either position, we're going to reach the arms alongside our ear. We're coming into a diagonal position here. If that doesn't work for you, arms are in front. If it works for you, the hands can come together. If it works for your neck, you can look up. And then we're going to come up and bring the hands to the heart. So I'll do one more side version. Inhale up. And either hands to heart or swan dive up. Inhale, reaching the arms forward or up. Or steeple. I'll just stay here. Let's stay here. And hands to heart. One more time, we're going to inhale. And either hands to heart or swan dive over. And then reaching either the arms forward or up, coming into chair pose. The slight diagonal in the body, drawing the belly in, feeling a little bit of a contraction in your lower back. Inhale up and hands to heart. Good job. Okay, and the last one we're going to do seated is we're going to bring the hands behind us and grab the chair, squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the heart. All right, so we're going to do 10 minutes of standing optionally, or you can repeat what we did in the chair if you'd rather sit. So we're going to do a sit to stand, and the way you do a sit to stand, if you're staying in the chair, you hold onto the chair, press into your feet, squeeze your buttocks muscles, and maybe just come up off the chair a quarter of an inch and sink back down. Inhale, squeeze, and relax. Or You can bring your arms out in front of you or across your shoulder, arms over your shoulders. Legs are parallel, knees and feet hip width apart, and we're going to inhale up to standing, and then. So you can come behind your chair. I'm going to stand next to my chair so you can see me better, but if you need to hold on, you can be behind your chair. So I'm going to pretend I'm behind my chair facing that way, but I'm going to face you. Okay, so we're going to start with some calf raises. You're going to pick up one heel and put it down. Pick up the other heel and put it down. If that's too easy, we're picking up both heels and lowering them down. Not with a lot of momentum. We want to go nice and slow. We're strengthening our calves. Our calves are our strongest muscles. They, except for the heart, they're called the second heart. And we're pumping blood back up into our heart. And this time you can come up onto your toes, and if you'd like to stay there, you can stay there, holding onto the chair, or maybe just holding on with one finger, or maybe not at all. And come on down and shake it out. So if you're holding onto the chair with two hands, or if you're seated, we're going to do the tapping forward and back. But if you don't need two hands, we're going to add the arm. So you can stand next to your chair, tapping forward and up. If you're standing next to your chair, you want to tap with the inside foot. So standing up nice and tall in mountain pose. And tap forward and back with the inside foot. Again, if you need to have two hands, you're doing that, holding onto the chair and facing it. Okay, we got that. Now we're going to send the foot forward and the inside foot forward and the outside hand back. Inhale tall. So you can feel how this is a balancing pose now because you're picking that foot up off the floor. Finding your drishti, something that's eye height to softly gaze at, will help your balance. If you want to make this a little more challenging, hand is back, foot is forward, and then the foot goes back, the head goes over your shoulder. Good job. Come back to center. Let's march it out. And you can march around to the other side of your chair if you're only using one hand. Again, if you're using two hands, you're not doing the hand part, you're just doing the foot part, and that's still working on your balance. Okay, here we go. If you're using one hand, it's the inside foot that's moving. Standing up very tall, being pulled up through a string through the top of your head, pressing into the ball of the inner foot, inner and outer ball of your foot, inner and outer heel of your standing leg. Okay, let's add an arm. So leg is back, arm is forward, and switch. Getting as tall as you can, finding your drishti, your focal point. And if you want to make it a little more challenging, start with the foot in front. When the foot goes back, the head goes back, looking over your shoulder. And back to stillness. You can hold on to the chair or not. Eyes can be open or closed. Feeling your body in Tadasana, mountain pose. And then we're going to turn and face our chair. And we're going to come into chair pose. So imagine there's another chair behind you. And someone's invited you to sit down, and you say, don't mind if I do. So you're pressing your hips back. Notice you're not forward like that. That's going to stress your knees. You press your hips back. Look nice and tall. And if it feels safe to you, bring your arms in front of you, or bring them up on a diagonal and look up past your arms. Inhale back up, march it out. We're going to take that into a lunge. So holding on to the chair, we're going to take the right foot, step that foot out behind you, bend that front knee as you press the back foot into the floor, perhaps at a slight diagonal. Shoulder blades are down your back. So holding on to the chair, if you can do a twist, you're going to bring both hands. If your left knee is in front, you're going to bring both hands towards the left side of your chair. Take your hand to your hip and spin your body. If you need to hold on to the chair, a little harder to spin, but you can make it work. Coming into a spinal twist here. This arm can reach out behind you. Feel your legs squeezing towards each other. And if you feel really safe, that front arm can come up. Remember to breathe. It's a little challenging to breathe in a twist. Bring the hand to the chair. Bring the other hand to the chair. Come back to your even holding. Inhale, step up. March it out. And I'm going to turn my chair the other way. Come back to Tadasana. Notice how you feel, holding on or not. And let's hold on to the chair. Send the right leg back. Left knee is bent. Back heel is on the floor. And if it's okay for you, bring both hands over. So the knee that's in front, you're bringing the hands over to that side of the chair. If, again, you can twist this way, or if you don't need the chair, holding on with one hand, bring the other hand to your hip and turning. Look over your shoulder. Squeeze your knees towards the midline. If you don't need to hold on to the chair, you're reaching out. Inhale back to center. Bring that foot in, march it out, and come back to Tadasana. Eyes open or closed. So after we've done something active, we then bring our awareness back in, checking in with what we've just done. Okay, I want to do one more standing pose with you. So I want you to come all the way close to your chair. Roll your shoulders back and bring your elbows in close. And imagine you're being lifted by your heart. Your tailbone is pointing down, no pinch in the back. Opening the front of the body. Opening the heart. Inhale back up. Good job. If you want to ramp it up a little bit, you're going to step your right foot out with the toes on the floor, grounding through your front leg and the ball of your big toe and the pad of your big toe. So this is a little more challenging because now you've got your heel lifted. So we didn't bend the front knee and put the back heel on the floor as in the lunge. This time we're keeping the heel off the floor. You squeeze the shoulder blades, tuck the tailbone, draw the lower belly up, press the spine forward into the heart, and arc back. And very slowly coming back up. And bring the leg back in and we'll march that out. And come back to Tadasana, compare the two sides. And again, you can do the first variation with both legs parallel in Tadasana, or picking up your left foot, placing the toes on the floor, grounding through the front foot and the ball of the back foot. You're nice and close to the chair, elbows hugging your body to give you support. Inhale tall, lifting the lower belly, lifting the heart, beginning to open the heart towards the sky. Make sure the back of your neck feels okay. And very slowly coming back up. I don't expect you to go as far back as I did. Maybe just a little teeny bit, and that's fine. And bringing the foot back in, marching that out. And then coming back to Tadasana. Holding onto the chair if you need to. Eyes open or closed. And let's come sit back down on our chairs. Take a few breaths here to let the body integrate what it's done so far. Let's step our legs out nice and wide. Maybe we need to scoot forward on the chair a little bit. We're going to turn and look over one leg and stretch forward a little bit with a nice straight spine. Inhale, come on back. Take a breath, reach out over the leg. Head is in line with the spine. It just follows along. We're not touching the chin or doing anything fancy with the head and neck. Inhale back to center. Let's go the other way. Inhale back up. Feel that nice stretch in your lower back. Inhale back up. One more time, let's stretch over the leg. And inhale back up. This time we're going to come forward with a nice straight spine. Drawing the belly in for support. Then come on back up. And forward. Doesn't have to be far. And come on back up. Inhale, come forward. And come back up. Last variation, bring your hands to the chair behind you or grab opposite elbows. Lift the chest. And come back to vertical. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, lifting the heart if you're holding the chair. Excuse me. and come back up. And one more time, bringing the heart forward. If you're holding elbows, you can put the other hand on top, arcing back over your arms and inhaling up. Okay, we're going to take that into a circle. We're going to turn and look over the leg. And gently swing forward in a nice straight line. Come back over the other leg. Inhale back up. Forward over the leg. Again, if this is making you dizzy, you can skip it, or you can just do side to side or forward and back. Stillness, and we'll go the other way. And back to stillness. And toe heel back to center. Let's pick up one knee and bring it back down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And if you'd like to give that knee a kiss, all right, or just blow it a kiss. One more. Take a breath, and we'll change legs. Inhaling it up and exhaling it down. And if you'd like to give that knee a kiss, or just blow it a kiss. Two more. And down, and come to stillness. Notice how that feels. And we're going to pick up one leg and circle the knee. Breath and awareness going right into that hip joint. And we'll circle back the other way. And down. And we'll pick up the other leg and circle. And circle the other way. And down. Let's inhale the hands to the heart. Shoulder blades down, stretching up tall. Then very gently come into a spinal twist, looking over the shoulder. We're pressing the palms together. It's an isometric exercise, strengthening your arms and hands, strengthening your bones. When you put pressure like that, your bones actually strengthen. And one more time. And back the other way. And back to center. Take a breath, and if you want to make it a little more challenging, the hands go one way and the head goes the other. And back to center. Pressing the other way. And back to center. Moving slowly and mindfully. And back to center. And sit back on your chair. And close your eyes or look downcast. Palms are up on your lap so that you're not feeling your legs, so that you're removing your awareness from your sensory experience and going inside. Allowing the body to absorb the benefits of today's practice. Let your awareness travel your body, noticing any places where you feel some sensation, some twitching, or maybe there's still some tension somewhere. Allowing the awareness and the body to work together, making any subtle movements that your body needs. To deepen your sense of relaxation. Melting into the stillness of your eternal nature. You can stay here as long as you like. And when you're ready, begin to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. And gently move and stretch in whatever way feels good to you. And if you'd like to unmute yourselves,